Good evening.
Hello.
How are you tonight?
Asleep. It's raining for the
Yeah.
first time in weeks, and it's like my lullaby, and it's dark outside, and it's not 100 degrees, and I'm going to sleep so well tonight.
That's awesome. I don't think it's raining here, but we've had a blustery evening. It's been pretty windy, which was also rather pleasant after this weekend when we had 100 degrees. Roseburg hit 109.
Oh,
We didn't hit that hot, but we were pretty toasty. Yeah.
well, I'll send my rain to you.
Yes, please. But give us warning so we can bring in our cushions off the chairs. Our outdoor cushions are handmade, so therefore not actually really outdoor. They're outdoor cushions, but they're not waterproof outdoor cushions.
Yeah, you better go get those before it starts to rain.
Yeah. So what is your beverage of choice this evening?
Tonight I'm enjoying a decaf chai, this time from Stash. They make a really nice chai that's kind of a nice late night since I'm feeling fall with the rain. I mean,
Nice.
it's always a chai day, just especially now.
It's always a chai day. Chai is delicious. I agree. I'm not drinking chai. I drank chai. I think I was drinking chai last week. I can
When in doubt, keep calm and drink tea.
That's awesome.
What are you drinking?
I am drinking another Mountain Rose herb tea. Tonight is winter spice, actually. It's not winter, but my kids really like Bengal spice. That's a Celestial Seasons tea, and it's kind of cinnamon and those warm spices. And so when I was looking for some tea, some non-caffeinated tea, because we keep doing these in the evening, and I've been watching Hannah from the Corner of Craft, and she's been drinking lots of tea, and it's been making me want tea. So I went and bought more tea so I could have more tea to drink because I was running a little low. And Winter Spice caught my eye. I got that one and Fairy Tale, which is kind of a chamomile. It was delicious.
Dreaming of winter in 100-degree weather.
Yeah, pretending.
It is coming.
Not pretending enough to be able to wear sweaters yet, though, which makes me really sad. I want to wear sweaters. I'm getting in the mood though with my Halloween socks that I'm working on.
Oh, the stripes are just perfect on that.
Yeah, it was my first attempt at dyeing self-striping yarn. And it's a lot of work, but I had a lot of fun. So I might try to do some self-striping yarn. I don't know. I definitely won't be doing self-striping yarn that's dye to order. It'll all be like, I made some self-striping yarn. This is what I've got. If you want it, there you go. So, but I want to do some Christmas because everyone does like your typical Christmas colors, the red and the green, but I really like blues and purples, like icy blues and purples and whites for Christmas colors. That's kind of what I go to. So, I want to make some Christmas self-striping yarn for Christmas socks in my Christmas colors.
Another fun one is if you did like mint and silver for winter.
Yes. I like that. So there's ideas. There's lots of ideas rolling around. But this one's really fun. I have one done. Well, done. I've got the tube knit. I need to cut in and knit the heel. But I'm waiting until I have full tubes to do it. And they match up, which is great. This one I cast on a little bit tight. It's the right number of stitches. I just was pulling a little tight when I cast it on, so it doesn't actually go over my heel. The rest of it fits. It's just that very rim. So I think once it's done, I'm going to wash and block it to see if that opens it up just enough. And if it doesn't, then I'll probably put my needles back in and rip out the cast on and then bind it off with a shear bind off. Because right now it won't go on my foot.
Oh no.
And that's a problem for socks. They're supposed to go over your feet.
You could hang them and they'd be cute, like from a fireplace, like the witch's feet hanging out.
Yeah.
It defeats the purpose of, being able to wear them.
But I really want to wear them. They're in my BFL fingering base. It doesn't have nylon in it, which a lot of people like nylon for knitting socks, but I have mixed feelings about nylon in my socks, so if I have to darn it up, I will. But I'm super excited about them. Anyway, what are you working on?
So now that I have my new circular needles work, I lost I think we talked about it in the first episode. I lost a needle during the move. And so I basically have been working on kind of this shawl. It's impossible to tell, but it's actually like a dark forest green that goes into black and then goes back into dark green.
Oh, cool.
But now that I have needles, I can start knitting it again, but I hadn't touched it in, 8 months.
Oh, are you using the circulars with it now?
Mm-hmm. I am. I slipped it on last night because I only had the one needle, and I was like, I miss working on this.
Yeah.
Since I'm sorting out, working on the sweater, trying to go to the next step. So in between that, I was like, this sounds like fun.
Yeah, sometimes it's nice to have something, your more complicated knit that you have to think about, and then your less complicated knit that's just car knitting or movie knitting, TV knitting, relaxing knitting.
Exactly. It helps a lot. And now that we've finished Dark, which I'm really sad about, our current show is in.
Did it end sad?
No, it was really good. I'm just sad that it's over. I mean, they gave it 3 seasons, and the arc was really well done. I'm just sad that it's done.
Oh, I've been told I really need to watch that, so
it's fantastic.
Whenever we get Netflix again. I know we're the weird people. We don't have Netflix.
Well, no, because I mean, with all the stuff going on right now, I feel like you can do 2 or 3 months of what you want to watch, and then you cancel it and get to your other one, and then you flip back and forth. Yeah. So that's how we had Disney Plus for a couple months. We had HBO for a month. We'll keep Amazon Prime, but
yeah, that has more perks than just TV, though.
Exactly. I like that free shipping.
Yeah, we live in the time when everything is shipped to you, so.
Yeah. It's definitely spoiled me.
Yeah. I mean, we try not to use Amazon too much, but.
I don't for my books. Still, support your local bookstore.
Yeah. We went to the bookstore today. My son, my oldest, finished his summer reading log for Barnes & Noble, so he got to go in and pick out his free book. That was
I love that they're still doing that.
Yeah, me too. It was interesting. He just turned 7. He's going into 2nd grade, but he's pretty young. So we made him. He can write. It's challenging for him to write and figure out spelling and stuff, but he can do it. And so we made him fill it out all by himself. We helped, but you're like, if you want the free book, you have to take the initiative and you have to do it. And he did it, and it was awesome. And so that book needs a little bit more for him, I think. He earned that book. He read all those books, and he filled out the form, and he got to go in and get his free book.
Our local library used to do that when I was growing up, and I definitely kept some of the books from that, like even now into adulthood.
Nice. Our library does it too. They did it this year. We just didn't go. I didn't look into it to figure out what exactly what you had to do to go in and get the free book, and it was at the beginning of June, I think, when everything was still pretty bad. And
yeah,
it's okay. I can pay for books. I'll support authors because I like them.
Aww.
They're pretty cool people. I like to support them. You saw my socks. I'm also working on. That's the only new thing I've cast on since the last podcast. But up camping last week, I did get a little bit on my Cosy Hubby sweater.
Oh, nice job. You actually got it done on that.
I've split for the sleeves a bit ago, and now I'm just in the kind of boring brown stockinette. Yeah. So I've got like 17 inches of just straight knitting. So I'm working on it slowly. And then my sock, I'll show it. I don't know if I really got anything done on my other sock. A little bit maybe, but not a ton.
A little bit.
A little bit. I did this and then kind of went crazy.
You're making Barbie clothes.
It was supposed to be for Riley's doll to match her sweater.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's a little small.
It's a little small.
Does she have a Barbie?
It's teeny. No.
It's really.
So I need to make her a new one. I followed a pattern, and I even used like the size up needles that were recommended, and it's just a little.
You know what would be really cute is if you wanted to do like a little winter by the door, you know, put your clothes and things here, and you can make a little wire hanger and then make another wire hanger with like a cute tiny scarf and then a little hat, and you could put them all on here and put your clothes here, and then it's a rack for all the clothes.
That'd be fun. Anyway, I'm gonna make her a new one. I have it barely any yarn, so I have the rest of this, but so I can do that in finished objects. But so. Oh, one more thing. I got some Happy Mail. It doesn't quite go with my socks, but I'm using it. I got a new knitting bag.
Oh, what's on it?
Cute. It's by.
Are those sheep?
Huh? They're sheep.
Sheep?
Yeah.
Aww. Oh, that's cute.
I think I'll put it down in front, but I'm pretty sure it's the Let's Knit Together. Was what she called it. It's by snickleANDmrb, and she is amazing. Excellent workmanship, and her customer service is fantastic. So would recommend. I'm very excited about it, and I've been using it because I had my yellow socks in there until I started these, and then I commandeered it for my Halloween socks.
Cute.
Yeah. So, do you have any finished objects?
No, I have a lot of unfinished projects.
What else are you working on?
So, I actually, I think I mentioned it briefly, but I am working on a lampshade made out of old family slides. And I got a decent chunk done, and then my drill fell down, and the tiny drill bit shattered into like 3 pieces all over my wood floor. No. So there's now an indent on my wood floor.
Of course.
And so I haven't had a chance to go to the hardware store and buy another drill bit to finish this project. But I have a couple layers done and put it against the window, and I think it's going to be fantastic when it's done.
Awesome. Yeah, that'll look really cool.
Drilling and piecing together, and so yeah, I've been doing that, and then I got into some reading and some paint by numbers. So.
And when you say paint by number, you mean like big, intense paint by number, not just like.
No, yeah, this is definitely.
Kind of you remember from elementary school.
It's I didn't mean to start with one that was this much detail, and so when I'm saying I worked on it, we're talking hours, and I'm almost halfway done.
It's a beautiful painting, though.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
I love
Be careful where you get them online, though, because I ordered 2 online, and I ordered them both in mid-April, and one still hasn't shown up yet.
Oh, interesting.
So I finally broke down, and I bought a couple because Amazon upped their date of when they were going to arrive, and then I got those first. So we'll see if I ever get that last one.
Good to know. Hopefully.
I'm taking a break from writing because I'm brain dead, and before I go through the final edit of this last book, I'm trying to take a mental break. Mental vacation.
That's good. It's a fantastic book. That's another thing I was doing whilst I was vacationing, is I read through the whole thing, couldn't put it down, loved it.
That's exciting.
I have a few notes, of course, because it wouldn't be me if I didn't. But
that's why I ask you.
I'm excited for it to come out. It'll be fantastic.
Well, and I need all the honesty I can get while I'm working on the query letter. And any writer knows that query letters are a nightmare and require lots of research and 3 to 5 drafts, and
almost as intense as the book itself.
It really is. It's like boiling down a whole book into 300 to 500 words that says read me, I'm great. So that was what I was working on last week, and it's like writing a cover letter, but worse.
Do you have to cater each one to who you're sending it to?
I mean, you have most of it's the same, but you definitely want a couple sentences to tell the agent, hey, I've done my research and I really like you, but I can't, tell you that. I just have to say, hey, I know that you like this, and I think you'll like this because. Yeah, even sending out query letters is like a couple-hour ordeal, making sure everything looks right, and cross your T's.
Addresses are correct, and
yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, don't do dear agent. Really, apparently turns all of the agents off.
Makes sense. You should know their name.
So speaking of books, what have you been reading?
So I've just been working on reading Jane Austen's Persuasion, a little bit at night. Not getting very far in it though, because I've been knitting instead. But
remind me, this isn't your first time reading Persuasion, right?
No, and yes. I was pretty sure I'd read all of them, but it's not really being familiar, so I'm very confused about it. So maybe I never read it. I could swear I read them all when I was in middle school and high school, and maybe I just forgot everything, but I'm not remembering any of it. So.
Yeah, I was curious how it held up.
Yeah, well, I've got nothing to compare it to apparently, but it's been wonderful so far. I'm not very far in, but I love Jane Austen, so it was bound to be a hit regardless.
Yeah, BBC had a version they did in 2006 or 2008 with Sally Hawkins, and it's one of my favorite versions. I thought there was no way that they could update the last movie version from Persuasion, but I don't know. They're both so good.
I might have to watch that when I'm done. When I'm done reading it, I like to have the books read before I watch the films. But
that makes sense.
Yeah, except for Lord of the Rings. I could not. This is kind of embarrassing to admit, but I could not make it through Lord of the Rings. Like,
were you stuck in the Council of Elrond?
I don't remember. I was like a freshman in high school. I think I was stuck with like Tom
Bombadil.
Tree.
Okay.
Didn't make it into the movie at all, and he just talks about for pages. And I just could not get into it for the life of me. And then once I watched the movie and kind of knew what was coming, then I was really into the book and was able to like push past that. But he's so wordy. He's a fantastic writer, but he's very detail oriented, and I just didn't care about the tree anymore.
Well, the Council of Elrond is 50 pages.
Wow.
My dad,
since I've read it, so.
My dad locked me in a bedroom on Christmas Day to finish the book so we could go see the movie the next day. I kid you not.
That sounds like a terrible Christmas. I mean,
I was so mad. I mean, thankfully, I was stuck on the Council of Elrond. So once I passed the Council of Elrond, I'm like, oh, this is great. I just needed to get through the Council of Elrond, and I was there for about 2 weeks. So it's like I do not need to know all this.
Where it's like not jiving with you. It's not that super interesting. It's not like you read a page and you've moved on. No, you have to like sit with it.
But after the first movie, I went home and I read Two Towers and Return of the King in like 2.5 days. Like no one forced me to do anything, but I just read right through it. I just literally had to get through that one bit.
Yeah,
but yeah,
it may have been something similar. I definitely read the second 2 books before those movies came out. It was just the first movie that I saw before I read the full first book. And I did try to read the book first, but it just didn't work out. Which is weird for me because usually I'm all about the book, but not that time. But as we all know, The Lord of the Rings is an excellent work of literature. So, but anyway, yes, working on Persuasion, finished your book in the course of 2 days, which is a lot, pretty fast for me these days. I'm a quick reader, but I just don't have the time to sit down and read very often unless the kids are asleep. So the fact that I was able to get through it in 2 days is pretty amazing.
Yay.
Yeah. Are you reading anything fun?
I'm actually rereading something. I had the great honor of being a test reader for one of my best friends, and it actually was published 2 days ago, and so my copy finally came in, so I'm having fun rereading this. But this is Raybearer, and I heard about this story. I think I was 16 or 17, so it's been a long time. And Jordan is a amazing writer. She weaves words beautifully, and I will just sit here and go, oh my gosh, I wish I wrote like that because it is gorgeous. And her characters are magnificent, and honestly, you just get lost. So if you're looking to get lost, I humbly suggest Raybearer because you'll actually find yourself in the pages.
I want to read it. It's on my list now. Sounds really good.
Yeah. So I'm super happy because, like I said, I've been waiting for this book a long time.
That's awesome. So, and your friend wrote it, which is more exciting. Congratulations, Jordan, if you're watching. That's amazing. So exciting. I'll put a picture of the cover here. Future Helen can take care of that.
Thanks, Future Helen.
Thanks, Future Helen. You're the best.
The best. The absolute best.
I put so much on Future Helen. I'm not the nicest to her sometimes.
Present Helen is cruel.
Present Helen isn't that cool. She just
not that
a lot of Future Helen.
Well, I'm slightly brain dead tonight. I just started a new position in the company today, and if I seem a little out of it, that would be why.
No, you're doing great. And congratulations. That's pretty exciting. New job.
Thank you. Yay, new department job and learning all kinds of new things.
I mean, it's always challenging.
Yeah. Feels like I'm, finally using that expensive English degree a little bit, though, so that makes me feel slightly better.
Oh, well. You published 2 books, so I think that also counts as using your English degree, personally.
Oh, thank you. So in honor of your new yarn, I'm sporting a shirt today, which anyone who knows Studio Ghibli will recognize. Kiki here in the corner and Gigi here on my shirt.
Gigi!
Gigi!
I love Gigi. We just watched it again. Yesterday? 2 days ago?
Oh.
When I was in Barnes & Noble today, they had a thing up for Kiki's Delivery Service in honor of the 30th anniversary. Apparently, Kiki's Delivery Service is 30 years old. I didn't realize it came out that long ago.
Well, I mean, they didn't translate it right away. So,
Okay.
but yeah, for the original Japanese, it's turning 30, which is crazy because it doesn't look 30 years old when you watch it.
No, it holds up really well.
But all of his work does.
It's true.
Like I'm always amazed, especially like watching show, and it's just they hold up so well, and I think that's such a gift of a storyteller.
It's true. They're so good. So well done. I love Kiki's Delivery Service. So anyway, you are correct. I dyed some yarn. Should I show off my new yarn? So I did a shop update on Wednesday, August 19th, and I have 3 new colorways in the shop. I have my Kiki's Delivery Service inspired yarn called Delivery Over Carico. And it's purples and blues and yellows, and I love it. I made the purple for my self-striping yarn and just like wanted to use it in everything. So I've got beautiful Kiki Delivery Service. I need to do some more Studio Ghibli inspired.
Oh yeah, I approve.
I love Kiki's Delivery Service. All right, my next colorway is called Galactic.
Oh, that's really pretty. I haven't seen that one yet.
Oh, really? It's got that same purple, but it's got some like wine tones and crimson and sapphire and
That's gorgeous.
nice and deep. Yeah, I really like that one. So that one's Galactic. And then the third one is Tunic of Twilight, which is
Speaking of Lord of the Rings.
What was that?
Speaking of Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings? No, it's Zelda. I guess it could be
Really?
Lord of the Rings. Yeah, it kind of is the same color as the cloaks. Lothlorien. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it works for that too. But it's Link's tunic from Twilight Princess, but it's also a part of the Breath of the Wild, so I can lump it in with my Breath of the Wild. But it's the Tunic of Twilight. Dark, nice sage green with some silver hints in there.
Yeah.
I like that one. So that was the shop update. I'm moving into more fall colors. Getting a little Halloween, little fall going on. It's not quite fall. I'm not quite ready for fall. I know everybody's
Not? You're not ready for fall?
No. I'm kind of ready for school to start, but it's August. August is the hottest month of the year. I'm not going to be ready for fall until it starts to cool off and get crisp. Then I'll be ready. It's not that I don't want fall. It's just I don't feel like
you've had enough summer.
Well, I mean, summer doesn't really start here till July, so we haven't had that much summer.
Well, and my camping trip was canceled and my vacation was canceled, so it feels like it hasn't been completely a summer.
Yeah, we really haven't done that much summer. It feels like it's been summer as far as school's concerned for a long time because kids have been home since March, but it's the hottest month of the year. It's not fall yet.
Well, I'm ready for my pumpkin spice latte and my sweaters and my scarves, and the best season of the year.
I agree. I love fall. It's my favorite. I'm ready for sweater weather, but there's no point in
speeding it along
when it's the hottest season.
When it's like 100 degrees over the weekend.
But it is time to be knitting your Halloween socks and your Halloween sweater and your nice fall shawls and sweaters. Holding up my yarn to give you any ideas. So perfect time to buy that fall-inspired, Halloween-inspired yarn to get those projects done so that you can wear them once it is time for sweater weather. Because, yeah. Although it
Good
is
job.
really,
Get ahead.
huh?
So it's a good time and a good job to get ahead.
Exactly. A lot of people are doing like Christmas in July knitting, so people have been doing Christmas knitting.
Well, it's better than furiously knitting at the end of September. I rather like mid-October just to get your fall stuff done.
It's true. Or the middle of December for all your Christmas presents.
Oh no. I did that one year for scarves for family members and my fingers hurt so badly.
This year, everyone's getting a half-finished sweater for Christmas. Crop tops all around.
Half finished hats, sweaters, cloaks.
Anyway, we should probably say goodbye to the lovely folks of the internet before my internet leaves again. So it was
That's all for now.
That's all for now. It was lovely talking to everyone this evening. Enjoy your knitting, enjoy your making. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your week.
Stay cool, stay sane, and we'll see you next time.
Mostly stay safe. Bye.
Bye.